Let's get straight into it and get to these crazy TikTok videos that people have been putting up all over the world.
And I think we all died in 2020. I think we all died in 2020 because why the fuck is time speeding so fast? Why is time in the days, in the months, in the hours is speeding rapidly? Okay? Now, I know I mentioned CERN in my other videos, okay? If you don't know what CERN is and what CERN does, I highly suggest you go look up CERN and do research yourself because they have something to do with this shit, okay? Because the whole time we were shut down, and you know what I'm talking about, they did something with the time. And if y'all think we are in the year of 2025, you are highly mistaken. We are not in the year 2025. I mean, just think about this shit. Do you actually think we are in the year 2025? Because to me, it still feels like we in 2002. It feels like we are in 2002. It don't even seem realistic that we are in 2025, about to be in 2026. Within 2 months. It was just August.
How many of you feel the same way? It's not the first time I've heard this. Put it in the comments, people.
The Palestinians have more actual genetic ties to that landmass than the Israelis, who are mostly Eastern European. This is every prime minister of Israel. First one, David Gurion, real name David Grun, born in Poland. Next one, Mashi Sheret, real name Mashi Shurtok, born in Ukraine. Then Levi Eshkol, real name Levi Shkolanik, born in Ukraine. Next one, Yigal.
Yeah, Ukraine, that's about right. That's where it's supposed to be.
Alan, real name Yigal Paikovich. Next one, Golda Meir, real name Golda Mabovich, born in Ukraine. Next one, Manichin Begin, real name Mazi Chekslaw Begum, born in Ukraine. So I can go on and on and on. Almost every single one of them has a fake name, and nearly every single one of them is actually from Eastern Europe. Even Netanyahu's real name is Milakovsky.
So here's that video from the other night that went viral on here. And you can see I first show the whole coastline so people have a perspective. And then I zoom in on the orb, which was 3 to 5 times brighter than any star in the sky. And look what goes above it. Look what flies by. That triangular craft is moving at least 5 times faster than any jet. So I look at the jets out here all the time. They move, 450 miles an hour, 500 miles an hour. They take minutes to crawl across the sky. This thing took seconds. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, that UAP was definitely cutting out. Definitely cutting out.
Ahí estamos viendo un fenómeno que se ha aparecido en este momento allá en el cielo. Es una luz entre azul y verdosa, es toda rara.
You see, the problem is now because of this AI thing, it's like, it just takes out the possibilities of what you might be able to catch. Because now, it's like, anything that you see, so I try to put out the ones that I feel, the possibilities that I feel that more than likely not AI. But what AI can do, it's like, who knows? Who knows?
I shot LiDAR AI photon protein fiber beams at Devil's Tower, and you're not going to believe what is inside it. It changes the whole history of not only America, but the world. Devil's Tower is in Wyoming, and it's a structural edge that's mysterious because I'm an Eagle Scout, and if you look at the rock formation edge, I don't think it's solid, and a lot of people are like, it's solid all the way through. So I, with my friend Dr. Remy Demi, shot the world's best, this is it right here, protein fiber beam AI LiDAR technology directly at Devil's Tower, and this is the imagery it gave back. There are chambers inside the base of Devil's Tower with, you can see a passageway right there. Here's another angle of it, of another view, and it's just insane. It's blowing our minds. We don't know if this is a Native American chamber, if it's an alien chamber. So now we're trying to get access to that passageway. We know the door is amongst about right there, but we are trying to get permits so we can dig down and access the door and go into the chambers. I'll keep you updated. Follow me and I'll keep you updated on what we find. We hope to get the permits next week, and I'm just super excited to go in and see what it's all about.
Yeah, that's the problem. I bet you are super excited to go in there. So this is what the problem is with these guys, these cave dwellers. They always want to interfere with things, you know what I mean? Just live your life, man, and respect people and enjoy the goodness of it. You want to go into caves. Mine ain't that entrance to hell, you know what I mean? Or mine ain't some reptilian draconians down there or something. You always want to, like, mess with stuff. Like, look how long the thing's been there for. You know what I mean? Look how long people ain't mess with it, but you want to get your little team and go down. Yeah, but be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for.
All right, Flat Earthers, there it is. This old map right here says it all. Follow now because we're about to show you some craziness that all says Flat Earth. So we start off right here. You see where it says Circulo Antarctical, which means it circles everything, like our entire area. Now, here's another cool, crazy thing. When you zoom into the middle here, get a really close zoom in there. Incognito Landia, in the middle of our realm. Another interesting one. And then one more I'm going to share with you that I just found because I'm still doing some research here and getting stuff trained.
Yeah, no, maps is a very serious thing, you know, people. Like, if you ever see how many different maps there are of this actual world, of this earth, it makes you wonder, like, why is there so many different types of maps? But then people be like, okay, there must have been people back in the day that were sailing, you know, pirates and whatnot. And they're just, like, people would make their own maps of what they feel of the area that they covered. And there's some people that actually collect these maps. And they're very interesting. They're very interesting because it seems to me that, you know, there's a lot of things that are missed out on our maps. But you have to understand, these are the guys that actually really traveled and really mapped out their own maps so they don't get into situations, you know what I'm trying to say, on the way, or they know where they're going. So it's very interesting, some of these maps, people, man. I suggest that you check it out.
The jinn races, many of them look like lizards, literally. And as a result, if their frequency enters into people and occupies that person, they create that barrier all around. And that's their way of masking themselves, where they create a frequency and they look human under certain sounds, and under their excitement and stress, that veil is distorted at times and people all of a sudden see something they shouldn't be seeing because that creature is trying to keep a veil of who they are. So it's a manipulation of energy that Allah is giving in Surah Al-Yasin. They recreate a barrier in front of them and behind them. There's not a physical barrier because everybody recites it. But they don't think from the world of malakut and the world of light. That what are these barriers? That one, if you believe, Allah give you permission, recite. And with belief, this barrier comes up, they don't see you. The barrier behind comes up, they don't see you, you are now masked. Like a transparent system.
You see, that's why they say a lot of these celebrities and people in these newsrooms and things like that, like people like how they hide it. It's technology, innit? It's technology that they have that wasn't given to us. You have to understand, as humans, we are very far behind because the elites won't give us the technology that we need to get further on. Because if we get further on, we're going to end up being a problem to them that they cannot handle. And there's more than us than there is of them, you know. And they don't want us to get too powerful, you understand?
The agenda is there's a lot of these non-human creatures in underground bases, everybody knows. You know, I've seen all different types of races, and they want to bring them onto the surface. And they want to trigger the age of Set. They want to trigger mass chaos in society. And, you know, I've seen non-humans walking around in daylight in America and even in England, in different places. Blatantly non-human people walking around. And everybody's so politically correct, nobody will say anything. It's like the emperor's new clothes. People think they're deformed and don't want to be rude, don't want to stare, because they got everybody in a trance. You know, I've seen one guy walking along in a leather jacket and sunglasses on, carrying a briefcase with dinosaur hands. As bizarre as that sounds, you know, big like dinosaur hands with claws on, with big nails on the end. And it's not any shape-shifting.
It's funny that you said that. I remember seeing the video footage of this policewoman tapping on this guy's, in the UK, this policewoman's tapping on this guy's window. He's giving her grief, you know. He's giving it all the, you know, don't stop me stuff. Or stop stopping me stuff, you know what I mean? And then she starts going crazy, but someone zoomed into her hand and her hand turned into a lizard with claws. And she actually was freaking out, like trying to get my man to open the window. She's tapping on the glass, but when you look into her hand properly, her hands turn into claws. And this is before AI. I'm talking a good 5 years, 6 years ago. I was in East London at the time, about 5, 6 years ago. Maybe 7 years ago, this footage. Never forget it, because I watched it about 5 or 6 times just to make sure I see what I was seeing. But yeah, these reports come in.
This is what he looks like.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? We're not moving?
Looks like that mothership I done a video for, right? Like, cloaked off. But you know what I like about this video? I've never really understood. Well, I do get it to a degree, because not everyone wants to be seen on the internet, right? But so many of these videos, and they never turn it around, or even if they don't feel themselves, it's good to turn the camera around and just pan the area so we can see that it's not fake footage. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just do a little 360, even if you don't want to show your face, and it will make the video look a bit more authentic when we're watching it, okay? So I've always wondered why they don't do that more often, but they done it in this video. I'm not saying you can't pull it in afterwards, but at the same time, it looks a bit more authentic.
Va avanzando bastante rápido. Oh, qué bien. Mira el tamaño de eso. ¿Lo ven? ¿Será una persona? ¿O qué será? Porque el tamaño... Mira.
Okay, well, it seems to be some humanoids with some type of light bulb head or some type of suit or helmet that glows, or if it is an alien or someone not from here, you know, like, is it Superman? Zord? Remember he had the suit? Kind of give me Zord. When I'm looking at it, I'm thinking like, yeah, Zord, when he had the suit on. I wonder how big these humanoids are.
Qué espectacular. ¿Qué hace una persona ahí arriba? Y se ve gigante. Miren, está más abajo. Ahí va subiendo algo. Va subiendo algo muy
Yeah,
fuerte.
what's going on, man? What
Qué
is that?
bueno. Mira la velocidad de ese objeto. Eso no es una nube. Sí, eso no es un...
I don't really know what's going on here, but as you can see, there's some type of cloud or something, and this guy is actually turned into Zord and he's flying into the sky. I'm sure that's the same. If this is authentic, I'm not really too sure, but as you can see, he's got some type of night vision going on.
Una persona ni un drone. Hay algo más ahí. Miren, ahí tenemos dos eventos. La luz que está ahí alumbrando y el objeto que salió de la montaña que va subiendo. Buenísimo. Buenísimo, buenísimo.
Very strange footage, though. Very
Miren
strange
eso.
footage, I give him that. Very strange. That music's dramatic, man.
Shocking new footage reveals a massive water spout rising from the Barents Sea and mysteriously entering the clouds above. The video, filmed by stunned fishermen, appears to show an enormous cone of seawater being siphoned into the sky. As the bizarre column ascends, it makes a sharp, physics-defying turn before getting swallowed by the cloud cover. The footage quickly went viral, with conspiracy theorists claiming it provides slam-dunk proof of extraterrestrial activity. According to their theory, the video captures an alien spacecraft secretly refueling mid-flight with a colossal stream of seawater. Mainstream scientists have scrambled to debunk the sensational rumors, suggesting...
Yeah, that's a crazy video. That is, if that's real...
And before you say, no, it's not AI generated.
Got an orb on video
legit footage.
right now. A fucking orb. Unedited. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm waiting to film out and getting off
On the surface of the water. It's on the surface of the water. It's just skimming across the water.
Let's get into this one.
Nah, on this video here, I'm hearing someone talking about it's on the surface of the water. It's on the surface of the water. Okay, so what if it is real footage, but they put a different audio over the top of it? Maybe they could have done that, right? But that audio don't match. That's the first thing. Secondly, the person that's filming this footage, yeah, for something that's actually like creating an atmosphere around it, lighting up like that, and it's actually setting off the alarms. I'm not saying that you should be scared of it, but you're very brave walking straight over there. You don't know if the thing can burn you. You don't know what would happen to it if it passes through your body. Like, you don't know what sort of effect radiation, you don't know what sort of effect that thing can have on you. So it's just a bit weird the way this person's walking so close to it, you know? If it is real footage, amazing footage, but like I said, the audio don't match up to, but you know, we don't know, and that's what the problem is with this thing, is like, but we still got to look at these things and
to me,
have a discernment ourselves, you know what I mean?
This is Roger Ray of the Native UFO Network and channel, and I'm seeing a number of alien craft.
Mm. Yeah, clear as day, right?
Oh my God, where's Daddy? I don't know. Oh my God, I got goosebumps.
Papa, come here, hurry.
Tell Jody and them.
What is that? What in the world is that?
Hurry, hurry. What is that?
Bro, I don't know what's going on under their roof, but why do you shook like that, boy? Well, maybe if it was a return of Christ.
How is it possible for an Amtrak train filled with 253 passengers to just vanish? So get this shit. Allegedly, an Amtrak train leaves St. Louis going to Chicago, and this shit winds up missing. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit. Listen to what this man say.
No other train has passed that train. I do not know if we're going to make it or when we're going to make it. So know when you get on, these are your choices.
You hear that shit?
The train that left from here at 8 o'clock this morning.
And the guy just walked off, you know. Like his one job was to just say that. And he just walked off. Whew.
The train that left St. Louis at 8 a.m.
Listen.
Make it to Chicago, he said? That's a little, and they don't even know, like they lost communication with the train. That's some scary.
That man basically
I'm saying, alright.
said, you guys can enter this train if you want to. It's not on us. Whatever is going on with these trains don't got shit to do with us. Y'all can get on this train if you want. But we're not saying that you're going to get to your destination safe. So basically, a train with 253 people was missing. They lost it. No communication, no nothing. Mind you, they're saying that that train could have quote-unquote derailed and they didn't even know. Here it is. The train left St. Louis on its way to Chicago, and they have no contact with anybody. Nobody at all that was on that train. That shit don't sound right. As soon as I hear more about this shit, I'm going to let you know what happened. I'm out.
For anybody that knows me would know, we've had this conversation, yeah? Anyone that's close to me. Where I live, we have overhead trains and tube, yeah, underground, right? Now, overhead trains, I don't mind, yeah? But I've never liked the underground, right? And the reason why I've never liked the underground, I don't care if you think it sounds funny or whatever, yeah, is because when you're in the underground doing certain speeds, yeah, you can't really see underground, innit? Like when you're going through tunnels and stuff like that, yeah? And one thing I learned, yeah, from the Superman film with what's his name? Is it Christopher Reeves? Yeah, the one that, you know, fell off the horse and that, yeah? When he was fighting Lex Luthor, yeah? Lex Luthor used to live underground in the subway. You know what I mean? They showed people what it was from back then. If I can get a clip of that and show you. But Lex Luthor was living in the underground subway. I'm not saying that we should be scared of Lex Luthor, but what I'm saying is a lot of these funny things and weird stuff take place in the underground. They do, in underground bases. A lot of their experiments, the little weird stuff that they do takes place in these underground bases and stuff like that, man. If they're going to do anything to you and they want you to go missing, it's more likely you're going to be underground because everyone's above ground and it's going to be easier to keep you there. So sometimes, who's ever been on the train before in the underground and, you know, the train stops underground and you've got to wait. We've got to wait. That you hear a tannoy, they're telling you you've got to wait for whatnot for another train to leave the station so you can get there. I'm just saying, what if? Well, we're all hearing about people, certain entities need feeding. We've heard about deals between elites and entities. I'm just saying, we've heard about the trafficking, you know, people going missing, hearing that it's inside jobs with certain Yeah, come on, man. Like, I've never liked the underground. Like, you know, like, I'll be honest with you, people. I'm a type of guy, like, I've never liked people driving for me. I've always liked to drive my own. Like, even if I do get in the car with my friend, I'd rather be driving. I just don't like putting my life in people's hands. I've never been cool like that. I've never like putting my life in people's hands, man. I like to be, not that I'm a control freak, but I'd like to be in control of myself to the highest percentage that is possible. Because I feel like I'll do better. But I don't like to be in the car and the car's packed with people. I don't like all that. You see, when you see videos like this, people, it lets you know that it don't matter how much knowledge we get as a people, there's always so much more to learn. And that's the reason why there should be no ego. No one should think that they're higher than anyone, because until we actually cross over, we're not actually going to definitely know. And we don't even know if we're going to know when we cross over, because some of you are coming back. But it should humble everyone that this is not a competition. And no one's higher than nobody, because no one actually knows. None of my friends can tell me what this is. Right? And I'm sure there's no YouTubers or knowledge man that can tell me. I'll be very island. I'm not going to say for sure, definitely, because there are some people that really do that. Hey, listen, there's some conscious brothers out here, some conscious sisters out here that really do their research. And you have to really show them their respect for them. Some people travel, like, do all sorts, you know what I mean? Like guys like David Icke that went and traveled to go and see Cradle and Mutwa. There's still people that do these things, you know what I mean? But I'm sure they couldn't even tell me what it is, you know what I mean? So it has to humble you when you see certain things, when you get new knowledge, and because the knowledge doesn't stop, and that's what people them have to understand. The knowledge does not stop; it keeps going and going over and over, because there's too much out there. You cannot learn it in a life. You cannot think about how long we're here for on this planet. At the moment, you know, it's between 0 to 100, right? This is saying 0 to 100. You'd be lucky if you make it to 100. If you feel lucky being 100, you know, there's not enough time to learn everything. So anyone out there that thinks that, you know, you're the champion knowledge guy or the top knowledge guy in the world and all that, you should humble yourself. There's no way. Humble yourself. Like, humble yourself, because there's no way on this earth that you could learn everything in a space of 100 years, like even 200 years. There's no way. But anyway, yeah, there's going to be more CP videos coming. There's going to be more videos of me and myself coming. And there's going to be videos of Morpheus Angel. And, you know, things I forget sort out when they need to get sorted out. And there's other things that man have to do. Don't forget they took my monetization, people. So, man forget his money out here. I got to do what I have to do when there's plans set to do what I have to do. You understand what I'm saying? But apart from that, man's here. Like I said, there's going to be more CP videos. And yeah, I'll see you soon, man. Yeah, peace.